It's summertime. That means it's time to talk convertibles. Hi, I'm Jeff Mason. I'm one of the sales consultants here at Zimbrick Mercedes in Madison, Wisconsin. Today I'd like to talk to you about the convertibles on offer from Mercedes-Benz. Behind me are 5 of the 6 different convertibles that Mercedes-Benz sells. When someone comes into the dealership and tells me they're interested in a convertible, I like to go over them what their specific priorities are, because there really is a convertible for just about everyone at Mercedes-Benz. To begin with, one of the first questions I ask is, do you need a back seat? Mercedes-Benz has 3 different convertibles available with back seats. And they are part of the C-Class, that's the gray car there, the E-Class, the white car, and the S-Class, the one car that is missing from our lineup here. They mirror the sedans that Mercedes-Benz has on offer with the C, the E, and the S. And they have similar engines and performance. Let's start with the C-Class. The C-Class is probably the most variable of all of the convertibles from Mercedes-Benz. By that I mean there's many different options and thus many different personalities available depending on exactly what you're looking for. It is the smallest 4-seat convertible that Mercedes-Benz makes. It's also the most affordable of the 4-seat convertibles. However, there are actually 5 variants of the C300 convertible. So you start with the C300 and the C300 4MATIC, that's our all-wheel drive version. That's the entry-level point. It's a great car, great for using as a daily driver. We've got many customers that use theirs year-round, even up here in Wisconsin. It's got a very efficient, yet still fun, twin-turbo 4-cylinder engine. Moving on up from there, you've got this car. This is the C43 AMG. It's got a twin-turbo V6, quite a bit peppier, sportier, and we have done a deep dive about the C43 sedan. The performance aspects of that are very similar to this car, so I invite you to take a look at that. Check out the link below. Moving on up from here, you have the C63. That is the twin-turbo V8 model. It's a hand-built V8 from AMG. Very, very powerful. Big jump there is that from the C43 to the C63 is only available in rear-wheel drive. The C43 and the C300 are both available in all-wheel drive. Moving on up from there, you have the C63 Type S. That is the top of the range of the C-Class convertibles and is a true performance machine with a 0 to 60 of 3.9 seconds. In front of me here, I've got the E450 4MATIC convertible. So one of the questions I get when people ask me when they're looking at that 4-seat convertible options, why would I move up to an E-Class over the C? Well, the E-Class is definitely a softer, more pliant ride. And then the next big thing is just space. Obviously, it's a bigger car. Yes, that's also true of the front seats, but it's especially true of the back seats. If you need to be having full-size adults, particularly in that 6-foot range in the back seat, the C-Class is fine for a short little bop around town, but certainly, especially with the top up, isn't going to be super comfortable. If you need to put full-size adults in, especially like I said, with the top up, I recommend jumping up to the E-Class. Other thing, obviously, trunk is larger on the E-Class as well. In this car, we have a 3-liter twin-turbo V6. There is also the option of the E53 AMG, which is going to be a straight 6 with mild hybrid power and is going to be significantly sportier, a little more raucous than this, but still an ultra comfortable, very capable daily driver type convertible that you can use year-round. One other thing that I'd like to just bring up when we're talking about the difference between the convertible soft tops and the hard tops that we'll get to in a minute. The convertible tops, yes, they do have a little bit more noise than the hard tops, but it's amazing what Mercedes-Benz has done with insulating them, and you really can use them year-round. You don't have to worry about climate, and noise really isn't much of an issue. I will tell you one other advantage of getting a convertible with a soft top as opposed to a retractable hard top, and that's space when the top is down. When that retractable hard top gets put down, it has to go somewhere, and it goes in the trunk. So when the tops are down on the retractable hard tops, you have dramatically less space. You still retain quite a bit of the space in the cars with the retractable soft tops. So if you want to have the maximum cargo space and also have the top down, I do recommend one of the retractable soft tops. While I'm here, I'm also going to just take a quick moment to mention the largest of the Mercedes-Benz convertibles, the S-Class Cabriolet. Like I said, we don't have one here in our lineup today. It's really the ultimate in luxury, the softest, most extreme luxurious convertible you can imagine, also the most space. So moving from our biggest of the convertibles, let's go down to the smallest of the convertibles. This is the SLC 300, and it really is the true classic Mercedes-Benz Roadster. It's light, it's nimble, and it feels like that to drive. This particular one is this SLC 300 and has the twin-turbo 4-cylinder engine. In a car this small, believe me, it's plenty fast. However, if you really want the ultimate little speed machine, the car is available in the SLC 43 AMG. Moving on up to the SL series. The SL is one of the most storied lines in Mercedes-Benz history. Dating back to the early 1950s with the famed Mercedes SL 300 Gullwing, the SL stands for Super Light. Today, it represents the ultimate grand touring convertible from Mercedes-Benz. If you're looking for a convertible to get out on the open road and eat up those highway miles, this is the car for you. Both the SL, and the SLC to my right are retractable hardtops. So if you want the ultimate in quiet and all-weather feel with that hardtop, these are great options for you. As I said before, when the hardtop is down, you do have reduced space in the trunk. One of the cool options that is available on all of the Mercedes-Benz convertibles is the air scarf. Air scarf is a button that you press on the dash, and there's vents located on the top of the seats. When you press that button, you're going to get hot air blown on you. It's a great way to be able to use the vehicle on a chilly summer evening and still stay warm with the top down. The SL comes in two different variants currently. The SL 450 with a turbocharged V6 and the SL 550, like this car, with a twin turbocharged V8. Both of them are plenty powerful. It's just a matter of how fast you want to get in trouble. One thing I do want to mention while we're looking at these two cars here is there are big changes coming for the Mercedes-Benz convertible lineup. 2020 will be the last year for the SLC line. So if you're looking for that ultimate small little Mercedes-Benz car to zip around town, I'd suggest coming in and trying to grab one while you still can. 2020 will also see changes for the SL. We haven't been shown yet what the next generation SL is going to be like, but we do know that big changes are coming. Currently, the rumors are that it is going to be based off the AMG GT platform, so we're expecting it to be a little sportier than this one. Also, there's thought that it will be potentially a soft top as opposed to a retractable hard top. There's also rumors that it may be getting a small back seat. And now we come to the top of the range, the AMG GT. A convertible with truly supercar levels of performance, this car borrows many technologies from Mercedes-Benz extremely successful world champion Formula One team. So why do you get the AMG GT? Well, a lot of people do come in and they see the AMG GT parked next to the SL, and they see two front-engine convertible V8 cars. And they say, well, what are the differences? The reality is that they're extremely different vehicles. Where the SL is going to be very comfortable to just cruise out on the highway, it has a trunk big enough for golf clubs. The AMG GT is really that car for cruising down those canyon roads, having fun in the twisties, and even going to the track. That's not to say you can't use it as a daily driver. Many people do, but it definitely is a much sportier ride. The AMG GT has a louder exhaust system, a throatier engine note, the suspension is firmer, all around a much more sporty vehicle. But believe me, it's well worth it. When you go through the turns with this, it feels like nothing else. The AMG GT comes in 3 different variants for the convertible. In front of me is the entry-level point, the AMG GT. The mid-level point is the AMG GTC, and at the top of the range, the AMG GTR. All 3 of them do use a twin-turbocharged V8 that is hand-built by a single engine builder at AMG. These cars, despite having the engine in front of the driver, are actually a mid-engine car. The engine is located behind the front axle, which is why the hood is so long, but that gives it near perfect weight distribution that makes the handling spectacular. This particular car, the AMG GT, does 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. One of the really neat features on all the Mercedes-Benz convertibles is the ability to close and open the windows and the roof right from the key fob. To open it, simply press unlock one time and then press and hold. There you go. Many people ask me, if I'm gonna use this car as my daily driver, what's the space like? Because clearly there's no back seat in the back of this SL. Well, as I've said before, having a retractable hardtop gives you a lot of advantages, but it does come at a cost. When that top is down, it's gotta go somewhere, and where it goes is in the trunk. Mercedes-Benz does have some pretty cool tricks though, so let me show you how those look. When you open the car, it could also obviously be done from the key fob. Trunk opens, the top gets out of the way, and then this little hatch does get out of the way to allow you to put things into the trunk. By pressing a button right here, you can close this little cover. What that does is that shows you what space you have when the top is down. I'm gonna go ahead and close the trunk now, and I'm gonna put the top up, and I'm gonna show you the same thing here in just a second. With the top up, I do want to mention, one of the neat features for the SL is that it's one of the few convertibles that actually also has a sunroof. While the sunroof doesn't retract, the roof is transparent glass. You can pull forward a cover and use it with a closed sort of coupe feel, or you can pull it back and have a sunroof on your convertible. Moving on to the trunk, now with the roof up, the trunk opens, and now you have the full space, and you are not limited by having this cover in the way of your cargo. So what does all this fun cost? Well, I'm gonna quote you some prices, but they're just the very base prices. Mercedes-Benz has a ton of options, so you can certainly go anywhere from here. But to give you an idea, at the entry-level point, the most affordable convertible we have is gonna be the SLC 300. That one starts at $49,000 for the SLC 300, and you're gonna be in the mid-60s at an entry-level point for the SLC 43 AMG. From there, you're gonna go over to the C-Class. The C-Class is, as I said before, the most variable of the different Mercedes-Benz convertibles. For a two-wheel drive, C300, you're looking at about $53,000. Moving all the way up to the C63 Type S with the hand-built AMG V8, you're going to be at around $84,000. For the E-Class, you're going to start at around $73,000 for an E450 and moving up to $81,000 for an E53 AMG. From there, you're going to be looking at the SL. The SL 450 starts at $91,000 and the SL 550, the V8, starts at $114,000. Moving on to the AMG GT. Well, it's supercar performance. Unfortunately, it also has a super price. The AMG GT starts at $127,000. In the middle, you have the AMG GTC, and then at the very top of the range, the AMG GTR Convertible starts at $189,000. Thanks for watching our video about the Mercedes-Benz convertible lineup. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope this gave you a little better idea of what convertible might be the right choice for you. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you'd like to see in future videos. Thanks for watching.